Now I know what you're thinking. How can I get better at this game? How can I heal better? What if I told you the answer is hiding right there in plain sight? Hello people of the internet and fellow Marvel Rivals players. I'm Mar, and Season 1 of Marvel Rivals has just came out. Along with that, the Fantastic Four. Well, really just the Fantastic 2, because we got Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic, but this video is going to be covering Invisible Woman and how to properly use her kit and be successful doing so. Starting with her left click primary shoot ability. This ability allows you to deal damage and heal at the same time. You cannot use it on yourself though. Using this ability allows you to deal 20 damage but heal for 40 per projectile, with a range of 30 meters. But the best part about it is this can heal multiple people on your team and deal damage with just one projectile. Now I know what you're thinking. I'll believe it when I see it. But it's true. Her projectile gives health and inflicts damage on anyone it passes through, which is a big health help to anywhere the fight may be happening. This especially helps melee tanks. They are trying to deal damage and get the attention of enemy players. Helping them damage other tanks and provide health from the back line will help your tank get rid of the enemy tank and allow you to deal damage while healing.
I'm holding hallway.
Now let's get into her right click ability. If her right click ability is destroyed, then a cooldown gets activated. But constantly changing where it is by spamming right click will put it in a 6-second cooldown, which makes her ability unable to be used. But the ability takes 300 damage. Changing location of the ability will not reset the health bar of the shield. While it slows enemies and heals you, it makes use of the fact that not only is it an ability that allows you to deal damage and stop damage from coming in, this is the only ability that you have that will self-heal. So don't be such a nice guy. You cannot activate it on yourself. You can only activate it on friendly, so you would basically have to hold somebody's hand because enemies are going to be targeting you as well. Not only that, this ability will heal someone that is in the sky because it spawns on them. So if you have a Doctor Strange or an Iron Man on your team, you can essentially give them their own healing station and heal those down low as well. Her E ability is by far my favorite ability. Basically, is Gojo's ability. It's Repel or Attract. This is going to allow you to take enemies that may be trying to retreat and bring them in, or if you are trying to retreat, push them away. The range is 30 meters, but how would you know exactly if this is 30 meters or not? Honestly, you won't, unless you ping someone and get the exact meter distance above their head to see if it will hit or not. This will also make people that are being pushed by a melee heavy ult or tank get pushed back and will allow you to get the chance to heal that person that the enemy was pushing.
Thanks.
When you press your E ability, it gives you the option if you want to push or if you want to pull. Your left click is going to be your push, your right click is going to be your pull. I find way more use pushing rather than pulling because there's not very much situations where I'm going to need some enemy to be closer to me as a healer, because a closer enemy to me means they're going to target me and now I'm going to be in trouble.
Pushing him back.
But my favorite way to utilize this technique is to push enemies on the map. If you approach somebody that's close to the edge, you can easily press your E ability, left click, and it's going to push them outwards. If somebody's close to the edge and you see that, you can approach them and just push them off the map and get an easy kill.
Get out of here, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about?
Now I know I mentioned that her right click is her only self-heal ability, and that is true to a certain extent. I mean, her passive allows her to be able to be invisible when you aren't doing anything. You can walk around and it triggers, and when you're invisible, you heal. But doing any type of attack or melee will take you out of this invisible state, and you are completely invisible. Not that half see-through cloaking in some games. You are completely invisible and you will not be seen. But not only that, the double jump ability allows you to gain height and be invisible and trigger it instantly, which will also trigger your healing again. That can heal you, but in that state, you won't be able to heal others because now you won't be able to take advantage of the fact that you're invisible and heal. Those two do not go hand in hand. Her ult is very similar to Luna Snow in the way that it's an AoE type ult. It heals while you are in it, but also turns everyone inside invisible as well. It slows enemies, but not really. You can see me moving how I want to move in this enemy ult. But in penny traps, inside are invisible, all bullets and all visual attacks are also invisible. Now, while you are in it, no enemy outside of it can see you inside. But that doesn't mean that it's a shield. You can shoot inside of an enemy ult, especially if you're somebody like Iron Man and you decide to do a maximum pulse inside. You're going to damage people. You just won't know who and where they are, but you can get a general idea of where they are because you know they're inside the ult. So you may get lucky and get 1 or 2 kills. that's only against blast ults. And what I mean by that is like an ult that has a set number rather than damage over time or damage per hit or damage every second. A blast ult is not going to cancel. A damage over time ult like Moonlight, Psylocke, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, bullets that are going to hit them continuously in the ults, this is going to out heal majority of those. So if you ever see a Moonlight pop ult or a Psylocke, just pop your ult and you're going to out heal that ult, and it comes as an automatic counter. Pressing shift to shoot her Vortex will allow you to perform a zoning type move that will draw enemies to the point when you place it on the ground, but will push enemies down that are flying in the sky. You can place it on corners that are being held to draw enemies out into the open. Another thing you can do is place it, and then when an enemy tries to run out of it, you can press your E ability and pull them back in so they continue to take more damage and make it harder for them to escape. This is not an ability that can just be shot and destroyed, so they're just going to have to wait it out and make sure they take the damage or get out of it. You can also place this on positions where you want an enemy to reposition, so if you ever see the point, place it on the point, they'll get off the point, and then you can continue to damage them. Or you can use it to trap enemies that may be trying to avoid something, and then they're not going to avoid it because they miscalculated how quick they were going to move, and also pull them back in. Maybe it's a maximum pulse, they intentionally get hit when they were trying to dodge. One of the last things I was going to cover was the melee. It's just a 3-hit that pushes enemies back. You can get a little combo off by doing the 3-hit and then pull them back and then hit them with the 3-hit. It does one-shot anybody, or not one-shot, it does eliminate any DPS that are on 250 to 275 health. But honestly, you're not going to be put in this situation a lot because you're going to be the backline majority of the time. So 9 times out of 10, if you're in this situation, a lot of times you're going to be the last one alive because they got through your entire team and you're the last one alive. But this is something that you can do.
These broads on me, round up the cars on me, take charge on me, 2 SLRs on me. I'm just here articulating all that I have calculated. Got these bitches speculating, we manipulating.